Our next guests are sisters and authors of the new book, You Will Never Believe What Happened to Lacey, Crazy Stories About Racism, which is on sale tomorrow. Please welcome to the show, Amber Ruffin and Lacey Lamar. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, hi, Sam.
Now, was this planned?
Well, I had planned it. Lacey bought a dress, and then I bought the same dress, and then I asked for the same makeup and hair.
So, Lacey, this is a sister of yours who has her own television show. She can be on TV once a week. Whenever, and yet here she goes and steals your thunder.
Steals my thunder. But you have a younger sibling, so do you kind of know what I'm going through?
Although right now I'm growing my hair out and stealing his thunder, so I think I'm on your side. But thank you so much for being here. Amber, thank you for coming down the hall. So I want to talk about this book. This is based on conversations that you guys have as sisters. How often do you two talk?
All of the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Every time I'll do it. Text chain or phone calls? Is it both?
It's all of it. It's text chain. Sometimes things get really important and it's got to be FaceTime. A text will not do. Sometimes I don't want to see her face, so I call her.
She gets angry when I call. I want to call all the time, and she doesn't.
I have to see your face.
Interesting. So these are real life stories of racist incidents that have happened to you. I should stress, because there are a lot of books, very important books about race right now. This is a very true story, and it's very troubling to read it, but it's also very humorous.
Yes, it is.
Is that based on the fact that when you guys talk about these stories, is there laughter involved when you are relaying these things to Amber?
We laugh constantly, and those stories are hilarious. I mean, there's a bad side to them, of course, but when someone thinks you look like Harriet Tubman.
Yes. There's a great story in the beginning about how you had a Harriet Tubman check.
She had Black History Month checks. So, like, his checks were like Martin Luther King and Marcus Garvey and stuff. And then one of them was Harriet Tubman. She handed this child her Harriet Tubman check, and the cashier goes, "Oh, I didn't know you could get pictures of yourself on checks." And it's not a special picture of Harriet Tubman that you're not thinking of. It's the picture you're thinking of.
It's no picture, yeah.
It's Ain't But Two. It's that one.
It's not, a lot of these are workplace stories and like things you've had to endure as a professional. And they're all different kinds of jobs, it should be noted. Is there someone particular, if you could pick any one person to read this book or any one type of person, who would it be?
People in workplaces, supervisors, CEOs. I've had to sit across from a CEO and have conversations, and they've blown my mind with racist comments that they've made. So people that are running businesses, that are in HR, that think they know how to talk to people of color, and they have no clue. They need to take a look at the book.
I was shocked to find out the HR stuff, because it's like, the call is coming from inside the house. It's HR. HR is doing it.
There's a lot of, HR does not, some people do not represent themselves well in this book, but I'm wondering, as people you know back in Omaha read this book, do you think they will be able to recognize themselves?
They will definitely know.
Okay.
They will remember the moment.
Are there people that you think are excited, knowing you, are excited to read the book, not knowing what's coming down the pike?
I've had several of those phone calls
Really?
and texts. Lacey, I heard a book's coming out. I'm so excited. And I'm like, you're in there.
Because, one of the sort of recurring themes here is a lot of, again, there is some very purposeful, cruel racism in this book, but there is a lot that I think people would be surprised to hear the effect that it has on the person that they're speaking to.
Definitely.
And that, I think, is one of the helpful things as a way, basically, through this time we're living in, is like more people have to be thoughtful of like how this is being heard as opposed to how it's being thought of as you're saying it.
Yeah, people aren't willing to look at the effect it has. They're only willing to look at, like, how culpable am I? How bad did this make me look? But that shouldn't even be a part of it. It should be, what am I doing to people in the world? Lacey, did you want your drink?
Oh, of course.
I got a
thank
drink
you.
too, and I,
you
by the
so
way,
much.
I think it's very unfair that they were served in Amber Ruffin show glasses. I mean, you know.
Turn it the right way.
You better drink that face out.
What about your mother comes off very well in this book as someone who knows how to deal with bad situations, who stood up for her family. You guys have 2 other sisters and a brother as well. As a very intelligent woman, a sort of will not, very no nonsense. Do you think she'll enjoy reading the book?
No, we will be in trouble. And she's going to watch this today, and I am just going to let her know that that is all Amber's fault.
It is Amber's fault.
100%.
Mommy Lacey did it. I didn't do it.
Save
Now,
me.
what will she not like about it, though?
Specifically, the stories about her.
Right, okay.
Now, Mom is like super smart. She skipped 2nd grade and 7th grade. She friggin' is a little genius, but
She's not gonna
she's
like-
handled everything with grace. But we chose
The Disneyland story. I'm going to be grounded.
we chose some bad stories.
And I'm a grown woman.
Now, what happened? Tell us about the Disney.
No. I refuse.
You got to buy the book.
Buy the book.
You gotta buy the book if you want to hear about my mommy at Disneyland.
One nice thing that came out. I mean, I should say, like, it's interesting to me that you think she will. Not like because a lot of nice things. Well, she like your parents brought home books, right? They really wanted their kids to be readers, and the kind of books they brought home were often would lead to new hobbies, new passions.
Yeah, down the street from us was a book auction. So every first Sunday of the month, they would go and just bid on a lot of books, which is just a big box of books. But so they would be like, okay, we have Stephen King's It and Moby Dick and blah, blah, blah. But then when you got the book home, there was 50 books in there. So then like at the bottom is like Intro to Sailing and stuff. And so anything, it just built up quite the library. So any hobby you could think of, we already had a book about it. Like I ended up doing mosaics and learning sign language. Those are mine.
All about gems and rocks.
Gems and rocks.
Yeah, because this thing was down the street. It's in the house. It's the 80s. We are bored.
Gems and rocks. Hey, before we go, it's been so lovely to have you both out together. But let's wish Amber, because Amber doesn't get enough attention, Lacey, and I do want to make sure we pay.
I understand.
It was Amber's birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday!
Happy
Amber!
birthday!
I turned 27.
And you're her older sister by a year.
Oh, she's 28.
Oh my God! Thank you guys both for being here. This book is. I want to stress how very funny it is, but also, oh yeah, this is pointless. It's just in one ear, out with that. If she thinks she's on her single, she doesn't listen to a word I say. You'll never believe what happens on Lacey is available tomorrow wherever you buy your books. But please support local and independent bookstores. We'll be right back with music from Future Islands.